Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for a album review, and this is for, well, it's not gonna be the last album review I'm doing for Silversun Pickups, because I got good news to tell you, but I'm gonna discuss which album I'm gonna be talking about, which is Better Nature by Silversun Pickups. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, I did enjoy the majority of these tracks. I didn't think I would, because I thought most of this album was a little cringy at times with certain songs. Sorry for my yawning. I really apologize for that. But the first song, Cradle, Better Nature, was one of the weakest songs. It just felt off to me. I don't know why. The melody was little off, and how Brian was singing it in the album, or in this song, not the album. It just didn't connect with me very well, and I was kind of let down by this one. But the next song afterwards, Connection, did pretty good. It made me have hope for this album. And then Pins and Needles did very awesome. And Friendly Fires was really good. Nightlight had a catchy chorus too. It was pretty catchy. Video was like almost 8 minutes long. I'm like, damn. I was watching an 8-minute video for that song or whatever, particular song. But still, Nightlight was really good. And so was Circadian Rhythm, Last Dance. And I saw the studio version where they did it in, the music video for it, and then I saw the official music video for it, and I thought the official music video was kind of not my favorite, because I like the recording session one that they did it in for that video or whatever, because that was pretty cool, how they played their instruments and how they perfected the song and made it come to life, and it was really good. Latchkey Kids was another interesting song. The final song, The Wild Kind, had a catchy beat to it, but I still think it lacked some good vocals from Brian. It was one of the mellower tracks, but they usually make mellow tracks, so yeah. Overall, Better Nature, pretty outstanding record. Didn't hate it at all. Ragamuffin, I think The Wild Kind was one of the longest songs, but the Nightlight music video is one of the longest videos you're going to be watching. The video is kind of confusing at times because it doesn't know what it wants to do. It just doesn't know what it's explaining, mostly. So that's where I had issues with the music video. But for the most part, song was good. Song was really good. Tape Duck is like a 6-minute song, and it's pretty catchy, even with the girl singing in it. Like I said, you may have to remind me what the band members' names are. I know Brian is the lead singer and the lead guitarist too, and there's a bassist, there's a keyboardist, and the drummer. And the drummer does a lot for his workout. But when it comes to the newer albums that they make, it just seems like the drum work starts to fade. The really interesting drum pattern that just doesn't come to fruition for this album. It just normal drum patterning and doesn't sound like Silversun Pickups. for their overall sound and how the drum patterns sound a little confusing to follow, but still interesting. Like I said in the last review for Neck of the Woods, I like the drum patterns and how it's hard to follow it, but it's also interesting with the drum pattern that the drummer is doing and how he's playing the drums, and it's pretty interesting. I really like that about Silversun pickups, but for this album, they didn't do it that much. And that's where I have issues with the album. But for the most part, this album still, they perfected this album. They did a good job on it. It took them like 3 years to make this album. But for the most part, I think Better Nature is a really good album. Despite it not having the interesting drum patterns in most of it, I think certain songs do, but not a lot. And that's kind of a shame. Because Neck of the Woods did have that, and I really enjoyed Neck of the Woods. So out of 10, I'm going to give Better Nature an 8.5 out of 10. This is pretty good. I was going to give it a 9, but despite it not having the good drum pattern, that's why I had to downgrade it. Because I just couldn't find one song that had the interesting drum pattern. And it was a shame. I was a little let down by the fact of that, but for the most part, Brian did a good job with his vocals in this whole album, and so did the rest of the band members. They did pretty good too. But definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Silversun Pickups album, Better Nature, if you've heard it. And if you like this album review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I actually got good news to tell you guys. And the good news is I am redoing the Widow's Weeds album review tomorrow. It's probably going to be after I get off work or sometime around 4 or 5. Maybe around 5 o'clock or something like that in the afternoon tomorrow. I gotta listen to the album first, and then 5 or 6 I'll do it. Because the album is about 48 minutes long or something like that. So I gotta listen to it, and then I will definitely review it. I'm doing the redo review for Widow's Weeds, which I did do the album review last June or whatever, but I kind of screwed up on it because I didn't realize I screwed up on it because I wasn't crazy about that album at the time. But now, listening to Don't Know Yet and the other tracks, I think there might be some hope for this album, and I might give it a better rating this time around that I'm going to do it. So expect it tomorrow, the Widow's Weeds album review by Silversun Pickups, and that should close their marathon album reviews that I started on Sunday. But yeah, I'll also return to you Sunday for the Reason Why episode. It's going to be a special one. I forgot that there was someone asked me to do a certain thing, and I told them I'd do it for the Reason Why episode, and I completely forgot. So I apologize if I did forget, because I tend to forget things a lot. And yeah, but this album was really good. It was pretty good. It just, the drum pattern didn't strike me as good. And sorry about the notification ding. It's from my phone or whatever. It does that a lot, and I don't know why. But anyways, I'm gonna close this video out here by saying thank you for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe, take care, and I'll see you in my next video.